Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into today's reading. So today's reading is going to be predictions and advice for October 2022, okay? So we're like 5 days shy from the month of October, depending on where you're at in the world, of course. So yeah, let's begin. We have 4 piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Pile number 1, we have the Desert Rose Crystal. Pile number 2, we have the Clear Quartz Crystal. Pile number 3, we have the Fluorite Crystal. And pile number 4, we have the the Rose Quartz Crystal. I'm also using the Soul's Journey Lessons card, okay, for your pile selection. So again, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Desert Rose Crystal in regards to the advice and predictions for the month of October 2022, okay? So it's interesting because with the Desert Rose Crystal, I'm not extremely familiar with the meaning of the Desert Rose Crystal, but let's kind of give it a go. So emphasis on the name Desert Rose. I'm getting something that blooms in the midst of an environment that it maybe shouldn't bloom in, right? Something that blooms despite its circumstance, despite its environment, despite its limitations, right? I'm also getting with the selenite, it's a cleansing effect that it brings to the manifestation process, to the expansion process, right? You know, this could totally be off. I can completely be off from what this rose or the Desert Rose is supposed to suggest, but I do love, I'm like in love with the concept of this Desert Rose Crystal and how beautiful it is. And although it shouldn't be, right? A desert rose, it's like almost like an oxymoron, right? And it's interesting too because look, we have this Desert Rose Crystal, and then in the spread we have the Adelita of Earth with Yucca, and look at like the environment that they're in. They're in the desert. That's fascinating. So in regards to the advice and predictions for the month of October, I feel like you're gonna blossom, bloom, and shine even under trying circumstances, right? Even in the midst of a perceived drought, right? You're going to shine no matter what is going on in your environment. You're going to blossom, bloom, and expand no matter what's happening around you, pile number 1s, okay? So that's one tad bit of advice and predictions, you know, here for you. So again, let's unveil your the soul lessons card. Ooh, child. Okay, so we have envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. This is what I'm talking about, pile number 1s. Listen, you might be the eye of envy right now, if you catch my drift. Do you remember what I was breaking this down to you? And I just did so intuitively. No matter what other people are going through or what circumstances you're around or like environment, I'm getting environment heavy just because it's a desert rose, right? So I'm getting environment heavy. No matter what environment you're in, you're about to shine. You're about to shine, and you could be the subject of envy because of that, right? Take it if it resonates, leave the rest. Also, no matter what other people are going through in their life, or I mean, no matter what you're going through in your life, right? If it's other people's time to shine and bloom, take it with grace. You know what I'm saying? Reverse thoughts of envy by stating what God does for me, or what source, or, you know, whoever is your creator in your mind, what God, I use God just because it's such, you know, it rings a bell in everyone's mind, right? So what God or source does for me, what God or source does for others, he will do for me and more. So what God / source does for others, he will do for me and more. I kind of want to read out of the guidebook Envy, because I don't use the Soul's Journey deck a lot, because I don't know why I don't, but we're going to use it today. So let's see. I love this though already. So envy, card number 38. I feel like you are the subject of envy though. I feel like people kind of are envying you right now, or will be in October. Okay, so let's see. So it says envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. It says you must learn to accept that the obstacles in your life have been chosen by you. To be jealous of the soul path of another is to doubt your ability to judge what is best for you. It is human nature to covet the perceived luxuries of someone on a different journey, but to try to emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. You have chosen this life and these circumstances for a reason. By disregarding that and following in the footsteps of another, you are only setting yourself up for confusion and disappointment. You never truly know what is going on in another person's life and what personal challenges he or she may face. So to be envious is a fool's game. Be authentic to your inner voice, because only you know what is in your best interest. If you don't follow your own path, you will have to reincarnate in an attempt to learn your original lessons again. Exactly. Oh my goodness. This is very pertinent right now. I feel like also pile number ones, the advice and predictions for October of 2022 is don't believe everything you see. Do not believe everything you see. Because if you do, you are being beguiled. You are being hoodwinked, right? Duped, okay? You may be seeing an illusion that you don't want, or that is not for you to experience, right? And that's basically what this card is talking about. So even if people look to you as envious, or, you know, from an envious standpoint, they don't know what you're going through. They don't know what it took you to get to certain manifestations or certain things that they're envious about, right? And vice versa. If you look at another person and kind of like wish you had their belongings, or wish you had similarities or certain things like that, you do not know what this person has to endure on the inside as their life progresses, right? So that's what I'm getting. Don't envy anyone, you know, choose the life that you want to lead, because it's up to you really. And halfway, right? You have to meet God, spirit, source, energy halfway. So it's half up to you to accept what you've been born into, or what you currently have. And then it's God, spirit, source, energies doing to, you know, to give you the blessings, your uniqueness that you provide to this earth. Okay, but I digress. Let's move forward. We're going to do the Celtic cross spread along with a freestyle, you know, kind of like back and forth. Okay, so in the you now heart of the matter position is the 6 of air, cattail. So I feel like you are really moving forward in your life. You have set intentions to do so. Okay, you could have set intentions yesterday, or just in the wake of the new moon in Libra, right? Because what time then a new moon to set intentions? You can do it in any other time, but I'm just saying, if you did do it in or around the new moon in Libra, I think that's amazing, right? You could still do it too, because there's still a couple more days to set the intentions and to get all the energy of this new moon, right? So with the 6 of air, which is the 6 of swords, cattail, I just feel like you are wanting to be who you are creatively, no one else. And I don't know why I'm getting like creativity as well. I'm getting like your creative juices are flowing in the month of October. You are really writing out your life. You could be scripting a lot. And for those of you who don't know what scripting is, it's basically using yourself, I think as the first person or in the third, I think it's the first person. Like, I am so happy and grateful now that I have, you know, fill in the blank. You are scripting your life in how you want it to be, right? You're not taking cues from others any longer. And I feel like you are kind of going away from that in your mind's eye, right? With the Six of Swords, or with the Six of Air being a swords card, it talks about mentality. So I feel like you're just scripting your little booty off. Like, you want to feel anew, feel renewed, and to rejoice in your uniqueness and what you bring to the table, pile number ones. In the blockage / challenge position, or I would just say the crux of the reading with these two first cards as it pertains to the Celtic cross, right? We have the Atalita of Earth with yucca. Okay, that's the herb, or yeah, that's the herb, yucca. And when it comes to the blockage / challenge or the crux, I feel like you're taking your time to develop into who you are and who you want to be in your eye, right? I feel like I keep getting, you don't want to take cues from anyone else, right? Everything in a sense is derivative, but I feel like you really want to carve your own path. You really want to be as unique and original as possible if you can. Like, you really want to pave your own lane to where 50, 60, 100 years from now, when you're long gone, people will still be talking about and praising what it is that you do and how you do it. Pile number ones, even if that's just your own family, even if that's just you're your own legend, right? You're creating your legend right now. And I feel like you don't want to envy anyone, and you don't want anyone to envy you, but you want people to feel inspired by you, okay? Come on. In the conscious goal position, we have the Ace of Water with plantain. You also are striving for peace of mind, right? And that's where you're going with the Six of Air. You're already in motion to obtain this peace, this love, this bounty of abundance. Your cup overfloweth, right? You're having like downloads on downloads on downloads about how you want to spread love during your lifetime, and even as it reverberates into the universe and back again, right? In perpetuity of the universe. That's the legend. That's the essence you want to spread into this existence for now and always, right? With the Ace of Water, this is just what a peaceful and serene scene. And I feel like that's your conscious goal. You want higher levels of it, especially with the Hierophant and Cacao. Hierophant with the herb cacao at beneath this Ace of Water. Not only do you want peace, tranquility, love in abundance, you want it to overflow as well. Also you want it to be a well of it, but you are receiving, you are like elevating, and you want others to elevate in the process of this transformation that you're having as well, okay? With the Hierophant, I feel like your spirituality is evolving. You're evolving into your spirituality as well, and it's really endowing you with creativity as well. Because with water, I think about fluidity. I think about creativity of movement, right? So in the unknown influence position, we have the Seven of Earth, and I think it's interesting. With the herb here being oak, I think it's interesting because I feel like in the unknown influence, it could be things that you're studying. It also could be the seasons that are changing, okay? Here with Seven of Earth oak, and I think that's so fascinating because we're about to hit we're about to be in fall, right? I think we are in fall. We just passed the fall equinox, September 22nd. Okay. So you could be studying things that pique your interest. You could be really wanting to get cozy. And with the 7 of Earth, you're also realizing, okay, what new creative endeavors do I want to, put my energy into? Or should I just continue to work on what I've been working on for however long I've been working on? Have I taken this to completion? Have I did all that I can do with said venture that I've been in? Or should I work on something else? Should I expand my creativity into a new project? Okay. I feel like that is the unknown influence. That is almost like the air of this fall for you, or at least October. Okay. In the past influence, we have card number 17, the Star with Cottonwood, okay? So I have a feeling that you have gotten certain wishes granted, okay? How you're living right now was how you used to want to live, right? Was the things that you only dreamt of being and becoming and having and dwelling in, right? Your dwelling place. And now I figure in the past influence, I feel like you're ready to refine your manifestations, refine your wishes, refine your hopes, okay? Your dreams, your aspirations here with the Star with Cottonwood, okay? I feel like you're intergalactic. You're thinking above the norm, right? You're thinking beyond. Sky isn't the limit. It's to infinity and beyond, okay? In the vein of Buzz Lightyear, okay? Shout out to Woody, Toy Story reference. So in the approaching influence, we have the curandera of water with seaweed, okay? So I feel like maybe in the month of October, pile number ones, you might be absorbing a lot of energy. So you might want to create a really creative essence around you in your space, and you want to relax. And I say this because the curandera of water with seaweed, seaweed is just, it grows in perpetuity, right? It grows so massively. And this person is creating this spiritual bath for themselves, right? With seaweed in it. And I love it. They're getting back to their roots as it pertains to the ocean and the sea. And I feel like they're really taking some time to decompress, right? They're taking some time to really satiate their environment with the lushness of the ocean and salt, and kind of integrate that into their own existence. Okay, I do want to read a little bit from the guidebook of the curandera of water too, because this deck right here, it's so beautiful and it's so transcending. So let's see. So it says curandera of water, seaweed. It says, don't live in the shallows, live in the depths. Oof, what did I say? Strengthen your bones in the ocean's ebb and flow. Rock gently on the water. Heed the siren's call. I love this. This talks about inspiration. This talks about creativity to the umpteenth degree. It says, an old bathtub is filled with seaweed next to a window decorated with candles, shells, and a mermaid figurine. Towels, soaps, and bath salts are at hand. The view through the window is a sparkling ocean. Luscious greenery hangs in every corner of the room. An old woman adds hot water to the bath from an antique cast iron skillet. The curandera of water flows through life with ease. She neither hides her feelings nor lets them overtake her. Exactly. She understands emotions have cycles too, and she easily navigates their changes. She remembers that our first home was the sea, and to the sea we shall return. She makes time for daily rituals that bring deep healing. She washes away inner turmoil as she cleanses and bathes. She knows seaweed nourishes her body, and she enjoys snacking on the salty treat. People are drawn to her open heart and comforting embrace. Her counsel brings a sense of calm and well-being. It says, crafting with the curandera of water. Spend time watching seaweed in the ocean. Wade in and let your body feel rhythm. Feel the rhythm. Strengthen your bones. Snack on kelp and eelgrass. Restore your connections to the sea. Enjoy a seaweed bath at home. And I think this is really awesome, pile number ones, because it talks about enriching your body too, and like giving it the greenery that it needs to succeed, so you can feel refreshed every day and in every way, especially those of us who are empathic, or those of us who just absorb energy just like a sponge, right? So in the inner resources and or talents position, we have the 5 of fire. The 5 of fire, and it's a black cohosh, right? So I feel like you are a fighter. You are a strategist, right? And I really want to say strategist because we have the Adelita of Earth, which is the Knight of Pentacles, and it's taking it step by step, one day at a time, taking things slowly but surely so you can craft the vision that you want for your life. And with the 5 of fire, a lot of the times it defines this card as like conflict and I don't want to say chaos, but maybe a little chaos too. But what I'm getting is you are strategizing right now, because that's also the thing that I'm getting from this card too. Strategy, right? Sparring, duking it out, so to speak, right? And it's interesting because we have the star here, and then we also have a star, and I feel like you're standing out amongst the crowd. You're standing out amongst the crowd. There is no competition. That is the other thing that I was about to say. Competition. There is no competition, right? You're slowing that down. You're slowing how you think about competition. You are your competition. And I feel like you're even removing yourself from the race, so to speak, so you can reframe how you think about what competition really means. And it's interesting because I was watching this one video from Bruce Lipton. I know he's I don't know if he's like a spiritualist or what he does, but I was watching this video and he was talking about competition, and in the competitive, in the word competition, it actually means something completely different than what we currently deem it as. Okay, so there's something. So how people see you is the Hierophant, cacao. People see you as someone who just knows like they knows like they knows. They see you as a spiritual teacher. They see you as someone who has the answer, sway. You see how Kanye, and I know this is silly, but you see how Kanye was like, okay, so Sway did have the answers. Okay, you have the answers. Pile number ones, whether it's internally and you like to share it, you like to spread that love with the people in your life, and you know, the people who are asking for it, and sometimes even the people who don't, right? I feel like you really are that guiding force for others as well as yourself, and people really get a lot from you, pile number ones, okay? Like, look at how luminous this card is. This is one of my favorite cards. It's so pretty. I'm just going to read a little bit. I just love this deck so much. Oh my gosh. And I always kind of like decks that I really, really love, I kind of like try to keep to myself a little often. And I'm like, I shouldn't. That's kind of selfish. I just think because with the decks, when you use them so much, they kind of, you have to like rebuy them because they get a little like, you know. So, okay. So look, it says the Hierophant, cacao. It says a revelation is at hand. Seek the truth in spiritual teachings. The most potent wisdom emerges from the heart. Ace of water. This is what you're getting, pile number ones. In the month of October, you're getting so many heartfelt downloads. It's ridiculous. It's like you are really coming from a heart space, right? And I feel like others might not realize that. So maybe they might feel like, oh, I really want what this person has, or how come this person is able to, you know, do it like this, or yada, yada, yada. But in reality, I feel like it's because you're really coming from a centered space, okay? So in the hopes and fears, we have the 10 of fire, which is the 10 of wands, and we have the herb comfrey. So of course, I feel like you know that there is still a lot to do. You know there's still a lot of hard work at play here, but you're willing to do it. You know, you are willing to do this with the 10 of fire. You're almost there. You're on the precipice of something amazing, and you know, pile number ones, you're almost there, right? And it feels like things might be a little chaotic, or things might feel a little hectic or overwhelming for you. But what did we say in the approaching influence? Revert to taking spiritual baths. Revert to having those ions or whatever is in salts recharge your body whenever you're feeling this 10 of fire, whenever you're feeling this overwhelm, right? So it's like you're ready for what's to come, but you're also kind of a little nervous about it as well, okay? And look at this. In the outcome position, we have the moon, one of my favorite cards, okay? I feel like what did I say earlier about the desert, about this desert rose? You're shining in the darkness, pile number ones. Whatever is happening, you don't care. You don't care about what's happening in your environment. You're shining through. You are and luminously, right? Luminously so, like that beautiful crystal surrounding these beautiful budding flowers. You're shining through. You're breaking through. Okay, I do want to read a little bit of the moon card from the deck as well. It's just so pretty. Oh my goodness, just what I said. It says the moon, card number 18, the moon datura. It says, face the unknown, enter the luminous darkness, open your eyes to night blooming magic. This is what is about to happen. With the star and the moon, okay, 17 and 18, you're taking a leap of faith. You're going into the unknown and you're free falling into the universe. And the universe is about to catch you with a, what is it called? A jumping house, right? You're about to bounce on this really cool, I'm getting like jumping house, like that kids that are at kids parties, right? And you are about to really illuminate yourself like never before. I think it's going to be like almost like unrecognizable how much your life is about to kind of transform, or your frame of reference or your frame of thoughts are about to just transform and like turn on its head. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited with this moon card. And it's so interesting. I just realized we have the moon card, card number 18, right beneath the star card. So yeah, this is beauty. You're going to be transmuting a lot of energies, and you're going to be making manifest in a very luminously beautiful way. I kind of have to read a little bit more for y'all from this card number 18. I'm really excited. So I feel like there's excitement in the air too. I feel like you're excited. So it says, a large crystal bowl filled with water sits on a dark velvet cloth. 8 datura flowers surround the bowl. They unfold from a compact bud into the open form of a chalice. One white flower spins in the bowl as moonbeams hit the water. Oh, it says intuitive awakening awaits. What did I say? Oh my gosh. Datura has a long history of magic and lore with witches and cunning folk. The potent seeds and flowers have been used by experienced practitioners to induce alternative states of consciousness. Turn toward mystery with curiosity and courage. Your dreams may be vivid and easy to remember, but also scary and confusing. Datura is a toxic plant whose ingestion can quickly lead to a number of permanent damaging effects. Learn to speak the language of symbol, myth, and metaphor. As Datura blooms with moonlight, so it is now time to stay awake and witness the magic that dwells in the darkness. Embrace the power of vibrational medicine. It says, crafting with the moon. Use Datura flying or ointment to enhance your dreams. Cultivate a relationship with the moon and watch your awareness blossom. Go on moonlit walks and seek out the night blooming plants. And that's so interesting to pile number ones, because I was going to say obviously there's going to be a full moon during the month of October, and this might manifest some dreams for you, okay? Like some good dreams, stuff that you've been working on for a while now, okay? So let's pull some more cards Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones to end their reading. Advice, guidance, and predictions for our pile number ones to end their reading. Wow, this card fell out. We have card number 2, quieting the mind. I feel like you're kind of shutting a lot of stuff off. Maybe look with the star in the center. Oof. You see that? Message. You're shutting a lot of things off. You're quieting the mind. You're going inward and you're getting to know yourself better and what gets your creative juices flowing, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. Advice, guidance, and predictions to conclude their reading. Okay, wow. Did y'all see that? It was almost like a magnet effect. That's trippy. We have card number 27, excuse me, a grand symphony at the bottom of the deck. So everything's coming together for you. Look, card number 46, the uncharted sea. Yeah, a lot of water. You're going to be in the depths of your emotions and your creativity. You're going where no person is going. You're going into the unknown. And look, again, this star that's guiding the way. You're a star, pile number ones. Card number 43, spirit of gratitude. So I feel like you're going to just be submerged in gratitude for your life, for others, okay, for what it is that you have and what is yet to come as well, pile number threes. Pile number ones. Why did I say pile number threes? Pile number ones. And you're being asked to be very grateful for where you are right now, who it is that you are, and what it is that you do. So card number 43, spirit of gratitude, it says key concepts, the prospering power of prayer, the prospering power of prayer. I love that. It says communion with the divine, expressing deep gratitude as you move through the world, knowing that your prayers will be answered exactly as they are meant to be. Pile number ones, y'all are about to have some type of wish fulfilled. Some type of wish that's coming that you wanted in the past. It's going to come during like a moon cycle, more specifically like a full moon cycle. And it's because you were bold enough to go where nobody else was willing to go. Or few were willing to go, okay? So yes, my loves. That is all the time that I have for you all, pile number ones. I love you so much. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, and anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. I love you so much, pile number ones, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading. So we have the clear quartz crystal that you've chosen, and what I'm getting in regards to advice and predictions for the month of October 2022 for you is you're going to be seeing things so clear. Your mind is going to be so clear. Your thoughts are going to be crystal clear. It's almost like you've been cleansed of everything, right? In the best way possible. Like you're starting from scratch, right? That's what I'm getting. Like this crystal is literally so clear, you could even see the cards through it. You know what I mean? So I feel like things are just going to be like a 180 for you. It's going to be like squeaky clean, like a new beginning. Okay. So with that being said, let's reveal your soul's journey lessons card. We have change. Okay. It says change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. It's time to move. It's time to move your body. It's time to change your mind. It's time to change your environment. Things of that nature, right? Yeah. Change is imminent. Okay. So I do want to read a little bit out of the Soul's Journey guidebook for y'all. So let's see. Change. Oof. So it says, there is a certain comfort in the idea of living a life without surprises. The status quo has an appeal, but you will never learn or grow if your circumstances stay the same. Everybody wants life to be better, but that requires change. You have chosen to incarnate into this physical dimension called Earth because of the myriad of opportunities. If you don't take advantage of them, what is the point? Staying within your comfort zone is overrated. With change comes transformation, and with transformation comes evolution. Stop viewing change as good or bad because all change nourishes your soul. Don't equate it with a lack of control. Life happens and it's supposed to happen. You can direct how it plays out, and you always have the power to accept a change that redirects your path. I love this. So there could be something that, you know, is stirring or brewing within you, pile number twos, that, you know, you're just ready. I'm getting, you're ready. You're game for this change, right? Like you're up for it. Like you're not even refuting it. You're not trying to deny it any longer. Nothing. You're ready. It's like, yes, Ready Player One. I am totally up for this challenge of change, and just the reintegration of like what it is that I need, right? In life, what it is I need from myself, from others, from my environment, things of that nature. Okay, so let's hop into your reading. We actually have at the bottom of the deck the Four of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're tired of being in this apathetic state where nothing matters. Okay, you're like, actually I matter, and the people around me matter, and you know, life matters. So I'm going to acquiesce to what I'm being called to do. Pile number twos. And I can tell y'all are super clear, because even in the first pile, I kind of, maybe I was just getting in the swing of things, but I kind of had a hard time like really kind of like evoking what was going on, or it felt that way. It felt like uncertainty. It felt like unsure, like I wasn't sure of, you know, what was happening, although the message there was really nice and good too. But you could just see y'all's cards, and it's just like, it's upping the ante. Okay, but again, let's delve into your reading. I'm going to start doing the Celtic cross spread and then freestyle where, you know, I feel called to do so. Okay, so in the U position, in the U / heart of the matter position, you now / heart of the matter position, we have the Sun. Okay, card number 19, St. John's Wort. Best card in the deck. I feel like you are feeling this change. You are feeling the truth that is prevailing, that it is time to change, and you're just no longer fighting it. It's like evident. It's self-evident. It's, you know, permeating through your subconscious, in and around you, in and about your environment, like everything. You cannot deny this illuminating change that is kind of like taking its grasp and its hold on you. Okay, so yeah, this is you, and I feel like you're in a good energy. You're in this good state of mind to actually have this change happen for the better, right? So in the blockage / challenge position, or in the like the crux of this reading, we have the Six of Earth, Pine. I feel like what you're changing more specifically is the things that you give your energy to. So the things that you absorb, and the things that you give, and the things that you receive, right? But I'm really getting pile number twos is that, yeah, you understand that you need to start changing what you pay attention to, what you absorb, what you receive, and because that is tied into what you're putting out, right? And I feel like you really want to make whatever you're doing your own. I feel like you want to feel inspired again. And I feel like you're in a state of inspiration, right? It's almost like you have been transformed, right? With the Sun and the Magician card. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 5 major arcanas here in this reading. So again, I feel like, yeah, you just want to give something authentic and receive authenticity back, right? I want to read a little bit of the Six of Earth, Pine, for you all. So yeah, oof, Six of Earth, and it's success, right? Yes, I love this. So it says Six of Earth, Pine. It says ground yourself in community, share your resources, your generosity will circle back to you. The soul remains evergreen, okay? I love this. Okay, I'll just read a little bit of this. It says, life is generative. Share with friends, support each other in times of plenty and times of lack. Celebrate what you have. Pine is an evergreen tree that keeps its needles all year, providing medicine, materials for baskets, and shelter for forest creatures. It is a living embodiment of everlasting life. As the pine is gracious with its resources, be generous with those in need. Honor the people and the land that have provided you with the foundation, security, and resources on which you now rely. Gather the community together and teach what you know. Recognize the bounty in your life. Look for ways to share your abundance with others. I love that. And I feel like maybe you don't have much right now, but you can share what you have, whether that be your wisdom, whether that be your good energy, right? The sun, because you're definitely that. You're definitely illuminating people's way and helping them more than you could even know, right? So in the conscious goal position, we have the Emperor Hemlock. I feel like you're still want to be autonomous, right? So you want to share, you want to grow, but you want to do it in your way. I feel like you want to really make an impact on your community, right? And I feel like you really have taken on this leadership role. And it's interesting because we have the Six of Earth and we have Pine surrounding all of this Emperor card right now. And it's really beautiful. And these are definitely connected, pile number 2. So, you are being called to lead your community, right? You're being called to be that gracious leader that has a lot to share and to give with a generous undertone as well, okay? And even if you don't, right, with the 4 of Emperor Hemlock and the 5 of Earth Slippery Elm, even if things seem scarce, you are not going to allow your people to be in the scarcity mindset is what I'm getting, okay? Even if you might see, you're not going to allow yourself to play victim, okay? As well with the 5 of Earth. And even when you're down, you're not out, okay? So know that. I feel like you're going to give to people what it is that you can, with the resources that you do have, okay? So in the past, in the unknown influence position, we have the Madre of Water with Oats, which is the Queen of Cups, okay? So I feel like, maybe you've been kind of like going inward, being very empathetic and sympathetic towards your loved ones, okay? Giving them the nurturement and the kindness that they need, right? And also taking some time out for yourself to give yourself that nurturement and that kindness, right? That same respect that you would give to others, okay? I feel like you could have been feeling really grounded, right? And you still could feel really grounded and feel like there's a need to, nurture the people in your life, in your community, right? With the 6 of Earth here. You're the person that people go to and lean on, right? And it's interesting because in the past I think this is the past. My gosh, I cannot talk. Excuse me, pile number 2s. In the past influence position, we have the curandera of water, seaweed. So I feel like you've taken that time you needed. You are very aware of yourself right now. You're very self-aware. And you've taken that time you've needed. You've kind of maybe been in turbulent waters. You've grounded yourself. You've taken your salt baths, right? You have re-energize yourself, and you want to continue to do that because I feel like pile number 2s, y'all are very empathic, especially with the Madre of Water here and the curandera of water here. Not only are you empathic and creative, and not only do you want to hone your creativity, but you also have the wisdom now to do so, okay? So in the approaching influence position, we have the Magician, Sunflower, okay? So I feel like you have kind of caught on to, your internal state and you have changed it, okay? Hello? Emphasis on change here. You have changed it. You have realized like, hey, maybe I've been kind of like ruminating or been like very insulated in my thinking lately. And I have to switch things up. I have to see things optimistically instead of super pessimistically, you know, because it's a universal law that I think what I become. That not only do I have the faculties to completely reintegrate myself and to change myself by every thought that I think, I need to start thinking higher mindedly. I need to start thinking better thoughts about myself and about others. Okay, so as above, so below, as within, so without. And that is a infinite law. That is a principle, okay? And I feel like you understand that, and so you're moving accordingly. And for a long time, pile number twos, this could become a permanent state. Okay. So in the inner resources and talent position, we have card number 14, temperance. You know how to kind of like temper yourself. You know when you need your alone time. You know when you need to kind of like adjust things, right? You know when you need to cool your fires and calm down and alchemize and transmute certain energies, okay? And you know how powerful you are to do it. You know everything in moderation, right? Even moderation in moderation sometimes, okay? And with the 6 of Earth, that's what it's all about, balancing the scales of giving and receiving, and what it is that you're receiving and what it is that you're giving, right? Because the two coexist. They can't be one without the other, okay? So I feel like you're just taking your time to be moderate, to ground yourself, to be in this meditative state so you can kind of feel free again, feel alive, feel creative, right? Tap into your creativity. So how others see you, we have the 5 of Earth, slippery elm. So people can see you as you kind of losing your spark, losing your touch a little bit, but it's okay if other people see you this way right now. Maybe a little, you know, down and out, you know. People might see like, oh, you know, maybe they need some assistance right now, okay? And maybe people are helping you with that as well. Pile number twos. Maybe people see you kind of like alone, lonely right now, right? With the Emperor and the 5 of Earth, I feel like, yeah, people maybe feel that you're a little isolated and that you a little down on your luck, so to speak, right? Maybe even in regards to a business or in regards to something you do for work, okay, with the Emperor card here. Maybe people are seeing that you're lacking community as well. I want to read a little bit of this 5 of Earth. Let's see. So it says 5 of Earth, soothe the pain of those in need. Okay, even the wounded can heal. You have the skills it takes to survive any crisis. So exactly, I feel like, okay, so I feel like this has a lot to do with community. This reading has a lot to do with community. And I also feel like you are healing and you are leading, even if you're not in the best position right now. I feel like that's really how others see you. You're able to lead even when it's hard for you to even be around people right now, okay? Because you're going through what you're going through as well, okay? But people still see you as this leader, but people also see that, you know, you're healing too, or you need to heal as well, okay? So in the hopes and fears position, we have the 8 of Earth with turmeric, okay? So I feel like you hope to just do the work that needs to be done, right? With the resources that you currently have. But your fears could also be that there's still a lot of work to do, and maybe staying focused and present each step of the way, right? Inch by inch, at every turn that, you know, needs to be done or needs to be taken, you're able to keep your focus, keep your eye on the prize, so to speak, okay? And we have in the outcome card, the Fool, dandelion. I feel like there's this brand new beginning that's emerging for you, and it's really going to be amazing, right? It's going to be emotional intelligence. It's going to be emotional stability, especially with the curandera of water, seaweed. I feel like your soul is about to be nourished, right? Emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, all of it. And you're about to start seeing a rapid change in your outlook on life, pile number 2s, okay? So let's pull some more cards to conclude your reading. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 2s clear, concise, accurate advice and predictions during the month of October 2022 for them. Oh, nice. So we have card number 44 with Divine Matrix. 2 more cards, Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages. Yeah, you're switching how you think. Your mind is expanding right now. And I feel like maybe you're cutting off the matrix. You're turning off the matrix, right? You're tuning out of the matrix and going into the portal of the divine. 44, you're well taken care of as well. So we have card number 44 and card number 4. So you could be seeing 444 a lot lately. So call on the assistance of your angels, you know, to help you right now. Even if that's just to lift your spirits and to give you that extra oomph so you can lead and be the leader that you might need in this time, right? Tell me more, Spirit. Advice and predictions for our pile number 2s. Advice and predictions for our pile number 2, Spirit. Okay. Look, we have card number 39, Wish Upon a Star. I'm getting a lot of prayer, whether that is however you want to pray. Meditation, speaking out loud, journaling, right? Just being in communion with others, that is a form of prayer as well. We have card number 37, the Oracle's Gift. You are the Oracle, pile number 2s, and I feel like you have the gift to see beyond this matrix, right? To see what is real in regards or as it pertains to you, right? And to connect with the divine, okay? We have card number 41, a higher view. I feel like you are really reaching this higher state of awareness, okay? And you're able and will be able to look objectively at certain truths, whether they be yours or whether they be someone else's, or whether they be a community, or whether they be you name it. Whoever's truths is, you're going to be able to look at them objectively and then make your own assessment for yourself. You're not going to be living anyone else's truth but yours anymore. And that's really what I'm getting, because you're kind of like rising up, especially in regards to your consciousness. Your consciousness is really rising, okay? You could be drinking tea a lot lately as well, or use tea to connect with the divine for some reason. I have been using the Herb Crafter's Tarot a lot, so there could be a tea in here. Maybe Camellia with Temperance, because look, this person is drinking tea as well, and I think so is the Madre of Water. They're drinking tea in this spread as well. So you may want to start drinking more herbs or teas, okay? I was also getting, I think this was coming out in pile number 1, but I was also getting, what is that called? Sea moss? For those of you who can drink it, or, I mean, not drink it, but like digest it or eat it, or, you know, incorporate it. You know, I'm not a doctor, so, you know, do your own research. You guys know you know, what you can and can't eat and stuff like that. But I know sea moss is really good, and I don't know why I keep getting that in both of these readings. I know it's like the majority of the nutrients that we need as people is in sea moss, so that could help you for some reason, okay? But yeah, pile number 2s, that's all that I have for you, my lovely dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share the content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. If you're interested in personal reading, my email will be in the description box down below. Okay, so I love you so much, and until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 3s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this really pretty fluorite crystal. okay, for your pile selection crystal. So what I'm getting, pile number 3s, is the month of October, predictions and advice. Y'all are about to be very focused on your happiness and the things that you want in life instead of the things that you don't want in life, okay? So now what I'm talking about is like you're going for it, right? I feel like you want order, you want structure, and you want more focus placed on the things that you have been wanting to manifest, whether they be your dreams, whether it be a relationship, whether it be more family time, you know, you name it. But you're tired of like the inner conflict, maybe with yourself and others, okay? So I feel like you're getting very orderly and you're getting very focused on the things that you want. And I think it's funny because I didn't mean to do this, but this, the color scheme in this fluorite crystal is like the color scheme in this card deck. So I thought that was really funny, as well as the color scheme in this tin of water here, which is a 10 of cups. So a lot of synchronicities in this reading already, pile number 3s, okay? So moving forward, let's reveal your soul's journey card. Come on, you can't make this up. It says imagination. It says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind, okay? And that's what I feel like you're doing. That's what I feel like you are really placing your focus on, is your imagination, as it is yours, right? I feel like you don't want to derive from other people. Whether you do or not, it's not up to you, right? But your intention isn't to derive from other people. It's to really find the source and the spring of creativity and imagination that resides within you, okay? So I do want to read from the guidebook of the Soul's Journey card, of the Soul's Journeys lessons card. So let's see. Okay, so here we go. So it says imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. It says by its very nature, the physical body is limited by the 3 dimensions. But your mind is free to travel without boundaries and merge with the cosmic consciousness. Your mind is a great creator and your imagination is its toolbox. Everything in life begins with the energy of imagination. Thoughts are real and they can manifest themselves into the physical world. Train your mind to only have positive thoughts and you will attract positivity into your life. If you can see it, you can be it. Visualize the components that you want in your life and imbue those thoughts with love and they will become your reality. Conversely, if your mind strays to negative thoughts, you will only bring that energy to you. Be positive and loving. Imagination is creativity. Express yourself and let your imagination assist you in letting go of any creative blocks and allow your dreams to come true. Remember, you are not doing this for other people. It is your soul opening up and singing your own unique song. That's so funny. And I think that's so true, especially as of right now, pile number 3s, because I feel like it's interesting just to kind of like give some examples. So for some reason, I've been hearing about this book called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron for a while now. And I finally, literally this morning, literally earlier today, I downloaded the audio book version of it just because I have Audible. And literally the artist's way, like using your imagination, tapping into your creativity in a spiritual aspect, right? So even when I do these readings, I hope to inspire, right? With the colors, with the imageries, with the crystals and stuff like that. And trust me, with this channel, we're going to be doing more of that. I want to invoke or evoke the creativity process with these readings as well, because you know, with tarot, it's not all about predictions and prophecy. It's also to stoke the fires of imagination, right? It's also to stoke the fires of creativity. And I say that because look at how much time and effort and love that people put into their decks. That's why I really like to, you know, I could totally go off of, off intuitively when it comes to the cards and what I think about the cards, but I really like to share with you all the fascinating perspective that the author had when they came up with these beautiful decks. Okay, so I like to do that too. So I digress. Let's move on into your reading. Pile number 3s. Okay, so you're absolutely about to start having freaking fun with your creativity and your imagination. You're going to let it roam free. You're not just going to do anything just to get a result anymore. Okay, there's going to be a lot of thought, a lot of ingenuity, a lot of energy, a lot of creativity put into the things that you do from here on out. Okay, especially during the month of October. Okay, so let's begin your reading. In the You Now / Heart of the Matter position, we have the 10 of Water, red clove. Okay, so in regards to the 10 of Water, which is the 10 of Cups, I feel like you're feeling like renewed. You're feeling that your emotional state has been renewed or lifted through your imagination and through your creativity. You could have been sparked by somebody else, right? You could have just been sick and tired of being sick and tired, pile number 3s as well, and just say, you know what? I'm the creator along with God, Spirit, Source, Energy of my destiny, and I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to use it before I lose it, right? So to speak. Look at all the colors and look at the many different vessels that are holding this red clover. Look at how beautiful this card is. It's just simply gorgeous. And that's what I feel like you want to evoke, pile number 3s, particularly in the month of October, maybe this fall season, or even if it's not fall where you live, I guess. Just being in the month of October is really sparking your creativity. It's titillating your senses. Okay. Again, you might make tea from a certain herb that you really like or that you really adore, right? That's colorful and that's bountiful, and it could help you to really hone your creative spark and your creative drive. Okay. In the blockage / challenge position, we have the 5 of Air, white sage. Okay, so it's interesting. Also, pile number 3s, I feel like you all are placing the emphasis on cleansing your space right now with white sage. Y'all might not even use a lot of sage, or you might, but it might not be your cleansing tool of choice, but it could also be, but you could be being called to like cleanse your space more as well, to ward off any unwanted energies that could be looming around, maybe even confusing your happiness or thwarting your happiness, right? But again, in the challenge / blockage position, I'm also getting to do things sustainably, because white sage, it's very mass produced now, since it's like kind of like all the rage and stuff like that. Spirituality has kind of like been made popularized again, and things are just being mass produced, and sage is being kind of like thwarted out of their native lands, right? So I feel like if you're going to use sage, do so responsibly, do so sustainably. Maybe try growing your own sage, or if you like to go on hikes and things of that nature, sage really does grow really abundantly in the wild. So you could even pick your own sage cautiously, right? Be very conscientious, know what you're doing before you do it, before you just pick up anything out in the wild, just because, you never know your allergies and things of that nature. But if you can grow your own sage sustainably, or, during hikes, I know in California, we have really beautiful hiking areas and stuff. And I've had friends that, bring baskets with them and, pick their own sage and, make their own sage bundles and gives it to their friends and their families as well. So, I just feel as if you're really using your creative spark right now. You don't want it to go in vain. And I feel like you're going to win, but you don't want to hollowly. You don't want to just do so just because you don't want to do certain things just because they're trendy. You don't want to be a certain way just because it's popular right now. You want to really carve out your own lane, pile number 3s. And I think pile number 3s, you might have also been attracted to pile number 1, because I think that was kind of like the premise of pile number 1 too. So I just feel like you want to carve your own lane. You just don't want to win just for winning's sake. You want to win in a vein of glory. You want it to feel good when you get there, when you cross that finish line, right? So in the conscious goal position, we have card number 0, the Fool with Dandelion. Okay, so also I'm getting the urge to say drink and eat your greens. Okay, dandelion is a really good green to incorporate in salads and things of that nature too, pile number 3. So I feel like you could be cleansing your system right now. Your conscious goal is to start fresh, start anew, do things new, do things differently, leap into the unknown, and knowing that you will be caught, right? You're strategizing different techniques and environments and your surroundings. You're really questioning everything is also what I'm getting, pile number 3s, which is fantastic. That is the right road of creativity, to question everything, because even if we think we know, we really don't, right? So in the unknown influence position, we have the 6 of Air, cattail. So I feel like your mind is becoming cleansed. Your mind is becoming lighter. You're moving from choppy waters into calmer waters. You can actually think, you're focused right now, right? And focus because you can think, right? Because your mind is being cleansed, because you are more clear on your objectives and what it is that you want to do. Now you can focus on them, right? I feel like maybe your mind had felt muddied or muddled or things of that nature in the past, and you didn't know why. But now you realize, okay, my mind's becoming more silent. So I'm being able to hear myself think. It's not so much chaos and conflict around me, right? And again, in the past influence position, we have the 10 of Air. There was a lot of fear stoking. I feel like you were going into, there was a lot of impending doomsday thoughts, that you were having, and you probably didn't know why. You're like, what's going on? Why am I thinking this way? I'm usually a positive person. I'm usually a person who uses their imagination to, make me happy, or, to evoke my happiness, or, give me clarity. But for some reason, I'm feeling like I'm at rock bottom, right? And maybe you have felt like you've been at rock bottom, but I feel like that was definitely in the past. Maybe you were thinking, about endings in regards to a relationship that you were in, right? A soulmate connection. Maybe that was why you felt like, your creativity had been stifled, or your imagination wasn't free to roam like it usually is, because, you could have been thinking about an ending with a soulmate or a loved one, or something of that nature, someone that you felt tied to, right? In the approaching influence position, we have the 6 of Earth with Pine. So you are about to start having this equal balance with giving and receiving, pile number 3s. I feel like you're going to give to people who give to you, and you're going to be receiving from them as well, okay? People who are like-minded, people who are happy, people who are joyous, people who want to create and who want to expound upon their imagination, okay? In the inner resource and talent, we have Death. You're used to transformation, okay? You don't mind creating yourself anew. You don't mind, leaving things when they're done and then completely revamping yourself, or revamping the circumstance or the environment that you're in, right? I feel like you are you're good at transitions. You're good at transmuting something that is a perceiving negative into a positive as well. Okay, you're good at picking up the pieces, so to speak. It might even allow for your creativity. Okay. So in the how people see you, we have the 5 of Fire, Black Kohash. So people could see you as a fighter, a warrior, someone who is ready and willing for the challenge. Certain people might see you as like a competitor too, like a really noble competitor, right? An honorable competitor, someone who they would want to compete against if they had to compete against anyone else, because you're worth the challenge, right? It's like people don't look at people as competition when they feel like, okay, like, you know, they're okay, but like they're not, how do you say that? They're not like, maybe they're in a different arena, or they're not doing what I do, or things of that nature. But I feel like people see you as a worthy competitor for some reason. And competition is not even real. You're your own competition, right? Especially on the spiritual plane, competition does not exist. Maybe on this 3D, but on the spiritual plane, I feel like competition doesn't exist. But if there were to be, or if we're speaking solely in regards to Earth, right, and the 3D, people do see you as a worthy competitor, because I feel like they love your imagination, they love your creativity, they love what you're doing, right? In the hopes and fears, we have the 4 of Fire with Elder. So this is the elderberry card, okay? So what I'm getting is your hope is to, you know, really stabilize yourself, stabilize your environment, have an environment of your own, right? Have success, have freedom, right? Whether that be financial freedom or just freedom to be you. Pile number 3s. I also feel like in the fear position, you might worry about what others think of you if you are you all out, right? If you are just yourself by any means necessary, right? But I feel like you're not too worried about what other people think of you. But I feel like your hope is to be free to express in the ways that you want to express, and hoping that people will receive what it is that you have to say, or your interpretation of something, okay? So in the outcome position, we have the Lovers. It says Hawthorne. I feel like there's a lot of soul integration that's happening within you, right? And even as it regards to the 10 of Air, which is a 10 of Swords, I feel like you were feeling very separate from yourself. You weren't feeling like yourself. You were feeling very cut off from who you were, or who it was that you're becoming. But now I feel like there's this integration taking place within you right now, okay? So this could be in love, or this could just be in who you are and who you're becoming, pile number 3s, okay? So let's pull some more cards. This was a very focused reading. This was a very like, okay, like it is what it is. I'm loving the energy, pile number 3. So let's pull some more cards to conclude your reading. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing pile number 3s. Advice and predictions for our pile number 3s during the month of October. We have card number 5, body and soul. Yeah, you're integrating yourself. I feel like you're feeling yourself. You're becoming who you are. And that's the integration that's happening, your body and your soul, okay? You're feeling very soulful right now. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate advice and predictions for our pile number 3s, October 2022. We have card number 34, opening to discovery. I feel like you're discovering a new way of doing things, and a better way of doing things. And I think that's really going to lead to your, like, quote unquote salvation, right? Like, you're saving yourself. You have like this master key to open to the portals of the unknown, and you're loving it, pile number 3s. One more card, Spirit, for our pile number 3s. Advice and predictions for pile number 3s. Love it. We have at the bottom of the deck, card number 20. It says a merry motive. So I feel like you have a good reason to be doing what it is that you're doing, okay? You have a good reason for exploration and to be curious about your imagination, right? We have card number 8, Into Me See. And I feel like that's also the fear that's surrounding the 4 of Fire or the 4 of Wands, is like, yes, I want to be creative. Yes, I want to be original or have like my point of view be out there, but will people see me? Will people see it for what it is, or will they condemn me for what they see, you know, for who it is that I actually am? I'm getting Mulan, you know. What is that? My reflection? Yeah. Card number 31, Call of the Muse. Yeah, I feel like you're your own muse. Like, you want to be your own muse. You don't want to be a deviation of anybody else. You want to be who you are, and you want that to be enough, right? But yeah, creativity is just flowing in perpetuity, pile number 3s, okay? It really is. It's just flowing, and it's really, I feel like it's really allowing people to see who you actually are and to love who it is that you are thoroughly, right? So yeah, pile number 3s, I love this reading. It's super amazing. With that being said, I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone else who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, my dreamy dreamers, I love you so much. And until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 4s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this tumbled rose quartz crystal. Okay, so with that being said, advice and predictions during the October month of 2022. I'm getting forgiveness. I'm getting healing and all out love, right? And I mean the love for everyone, for yourself, for others, for partners, whether they be romantic partners, people in your family, people in your friendship circles, you name it, people in your community. You're just loving, you're caring, you're kind, and you're just evoking and radiating like self-love and healing your heart center is what I'm also getting with this rose quartz crystal, okay? So let's delve into your reading by revealing your soul's journey card, and we have happiness, baby. Yes, okay. So pile number 4, advice and predictions is to be happy. This is why, and I feel like you just want to be happy. You don't really, and not just to be happy, right? Because that is not our purpose on earth, is just to be happy. Our purpose on earth is to experience the ebbs and the flows of the range of human emotion, right? So it says happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. That's what that means. You healing, you nurturing yourself, you loving yourself relentlessly, right? Is indicative of you being on the right path, right? So let's read a little bit of this happiness card. I love it. I think it's so cute. All these dolphins and stuff, right? And dolphins are said to be very, very intelligent creatures, okay? So it says, happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. It says, before incarnating, your soul created a blueprint for you to follow in this physical dimension. The easiest way to chart this path is to follow your bliss. Life is full of choices and opportunities. Spirit, in this infinite wisdom, has given you the emotion of happiness to guide you. The signposts are always there, but you have to acknowledge them and have the courage to follow them. As you hold this card, do you feel that you are living a life of happiness? In what areas is it lacking? It may be time to be truthful with your soul self. Listen to its language and intuit if there is someone or a scenario holding you back from experiencing complete happiness. Even though it may be painful to admit, you need to be completely truthful. Be mindful of how happiness will also affect every aspect of your life on your path. Also, intuit if there is someone else in your life who needs to be brought into the awareness of happiness. This is important to recognize as well. Others will want to learn from you, and whether you admit it or not, you can be their teacher. When you are filled with love and compassion, you not only do you bring happiness into your life, but you lead others by example. Be the light. So that's what I'm getting. Like, I feel like you are forgiving so much of maybe external situations, maybe things that you know that you need to let go of, and you can only let go of them through forgiveness because you want to be the light to others. You want to be this guiding light, this signpost, like it's suggested in the guidebook, right? You want to be this sigil of happiness and of fulfillment and of like just really even kilterness, like balance, so to speak, okay? So with that being said, pile number 4, let's hop into your reading. In the you now heart of the matter position, we have the Ace of Earth, okay, with Nettle. So I love this because the simplicity of this card kind of says it all, and the fruitfulness of this this herb in the wild just says it all, right? We have this one lone butterfly that's just gently perched on this nettle leaf, okay? So I feel like you are wanting to live simply, not saying that you don't have a lot of resources or things of that nature, or that you can't like be creative in your self-expression, but I feel like what your heart, mind, and soul is talking about is going back to the basics, right? And also having a windfall of the things that are pure in your life, okay? With the Ace of Earth, it's also a gateway card, okay? So there's a portal of opportunity of healing coming into your life right now, especially with this Three of Air beneath this Ace of Earth. You have the opportunity to heal your heart and to heal other people's heart with this Three of Air echinacea, okay? So I do want to read a little bit of this Ace of Earth nettle card to you, pile number 4. So it says Ace of Earth nettle. It says health and wealth may begin with a sting. Ooh, health and wealth may begin with a sting. I love that. It says take the next step, even if it hurts. That's trippy. That's so trippy. Okay, it says let your gifts take root in the physical world. Okay, so I have to read this. So it says a dense evergreen forest is brimming with life. The broken branches of giant moss-covered evergreen trees may make way for the sun. Okay, so y'all might have been attracted to pile number 2s as well, pile number 4s. It says a healthy stand of nettles is illuminated. The tiny poison-filled syringes on the leaves and stem glisten in the light. An admirable butterfly flits about until it lands to lay eggs underneath one of the serrated leaves. The beginning of a new project can be challenging. Respond to practical developments with action. The outcome is closer than you think. Nettle stops us when it brushes against our skin and stings. Pay attention to what is calling. Nettle may be a familiar weed, but it is also potent medicine. You already have access to the resources you desire, but you may need to accept it first. Rope, basket, and clothing are also made with nettle. Find stability and prosperity in fulfilling work that takes root in the physical world. Develop your skills and enjoy your creations. Receive the gifts of the earth. Build on the path of your ancestors. So it says crafting with the Ace of Earth. Take charge of your well-being with a bite. Wildcraft young nettle tips and make pesto. It says dye journal paper with nettle tea. Commit to your next steps in writing, right? So setting intentions, right? It says share your projects and plans with trusted friends. So I'm getting move forward with your life, even if it hurts, right? And through healing too, with the Three of Air. Like it might, something that you're veiling, or this new journey, this new opportunity that you're being given may hurt, may come with like a sense of like heartache or something, or like getting to the heart of the matter is literally what I'm getting. The Three of Air, the Three of Swords doesn't always have to be about heartbreak or loss or anything like that, but it talks about getting to the heart of the matter, about what it is that you need to do to be happy. Sometimes you got to face truths that are uncomfortable, okay? So if that is leaving someone or something in the past, then you just have to do that if it's not fulfilling you, or even if it's like, how can I put it? Even if you feel like, dang, I don't want to admit that to myself because it kind of hurts me to say this about another person, right? But it's not like you're saying it, you're just owning how you feel. So maybe creating more boundaries, setting up more time for yourself, right? You got to be honest with what it is, even if it's an opportunity. Even if it's an opportunity that might kind of sting to, be honest with someone with, okay? So in the challenge / blockage position, we have the Adelita of Air, which is the Knight of Swords with oregano. So I feel like you're cleansing yourself. You're really taking the time to cleanse your system, your body, you know, getting your health in alignment, getting your internal system in alignment as needed. This person is, you know, doing a yoni steam. They're, you know, creating a yoni steam for someone. So I feel like you might need to, you know, cleanse your palate when it comes to like your body, right? Your organs, maybe your sexual organs or something like that. Maybe go get a yoni steam or a, I'm sorry, I know this might sound like too invasive, but like those of you who are willing to do it, I'm not saying everyone go out and get this, but like an enema, right? Maybe you feel stopped up or something, or maybe you feel like there's this blockage in your sacral area or something, and maybe you just need to really cleanse your system, right? And it's interesting because we have the Adelita of Earth and we have the Adelita of Fire right underneath the Adelita of Earth, which is the Knight of Wands, okay? So maybe like something was moving too fast and it's like it created this blockage for you, pile number 4s, and maybe you're just wanting to cleanse everything out, right? And start from fresh, start from scratch, okay? In the conscious goal position, we have the 6 of Earth, right? And it's interesting that this is right, we have the Lovers right underneath this. So I feel like you just want to feel integrated within who you are and what it is that you have to offer. And you want to give as well as receive. You don't want, and you want it to be balanced, right? With the 6 of Earth. You want to spend time in your community. You want to really help and to help your community flourish. But that starts with the integration of the self as well, okay? Or you could be integrating into another person's community as well, and that's really making you happy right now, okay? In the unknown influence position, we have card number 7, the Chariot, Cedar, okay? So this could be a Cancerian person in your life, right? That you could, that might be like leading to your happiness, or, you know, maybe that you're kind of like cutting out as well to be more happy, okay? Not necessarily, but, you know, take what resonates, pile number 4. Oh my goodness, I really... So yeah, take what resonates, pile number 4s. Also, I'm getting unknown influences is that you're moving forward in your life regardless. You're really taking root and you're really laying down roots, and it could be with a partner right now, and you're really moving forward with a partnership, and that could really be making you happy and really like making you balanced right now, okay? Because you found like a good partner, or you're looking for a good partner, okay? They could be a Cancerian person. They don't have to be, but they, I just feel like with this card, you're really establishing your roots with someone, okay? In the past influence position, we have the Magician Sunflower. So I'm getting like this could have been something that you've manifested, or someone that you manifested, or something that you wanted to manifest for a while coming into fruition, pile number 4s. And I'm having a feeling that you're manifesting through your mindset, right? Through your thoughts, because as above, so below, as within, so without, right? In the approaching influence position, we have the 3 of Air with echinacea. So I feel like maybe you're healing from a heartbreak, or, you know, there could be something that is like a sting to you and you're just healing from it, right? Or that you just have to, I don't want to say grin and bear it. Gosh, why did that come up? But like echinacea with a little sugar, like I don't know if you all have ever had Trader Joe's like echinacea juice, is so good, right? So it's almost like something that's offered to you is like super good, but it comes at a cost. It comes at a cost. That's what I'm getting with this 3 of Air. So what's approaching is going to be an offer, and it's going to be great, but it's like almost, it comes with a price that's almost like you can't take it. Like your heart can't your heart doesn't know, right? Let's read a little bit of this Three of Air, echinacea. I'm curious. So yeah, it says, Three of Air, echinacea. Speak the truth about your heartbreak. Be the medicine that heals the pierced heart. Healing from grief takes time. So I feel like, yeah, approaching influence, you're still healing. And you know you're still healing, pile number 4s. It says, 3 echinacea flowers pierce the sky on a cloudy summer day. An abandoned barn with a rusted roof stands in the background. The sun and rain battle for position. Bursts of light are followed by short showers. Tattered petals of pink flowers fall as the plant bends towards the ground to offer its seeds. New buds emerge from beneath the thick green layer of leaves. Heartache leads to self-knowledge. It says you may be confronted with an agonizing reality. Wild echinacea, a potent medicinal that once blanketed the prairies of North America, is now endangered. We may never again experience wild, abundant fields of this electrifying pink flower. See things as they truly are and accept the loss. Healing lies in your ability to learn from the devastation. Echinacea remedies increase resistance to infection and builds a strong body. Echinacea is really good for the immune system. It says embracing painful truths leads to resilience. Seek out strong allies who will help you through the grieving process. Find comfort in your sorrow. Echinacea is a slow-growing plant. Sit with your grief as long as it takes. So it says crafting with the Three of Air. Find expression for your heartbreak. Write your story. Buy only cultivated echinacea. When you heal the earth, you heal us all. And it says embark on a meditative journey to the prairies where echinacea once flourished and harvest medicine for your grief there. So yeah, I feel like you're still learning how to cope. You're still learning how to heal from this potential, right? Is what I'm getting, pile number 4s. And you're just looking for your happiness. I feel like you're flipping the script on your heartbreak, or what pierces your heart, or, you know, what makes you feel like a twinge or a sharp pierce, like when you're offered things and, you know, maybe things don't go as planned and things of that nature, right? So in your inner resources and talent, we have the Adelita of Fire, Cayenne, and this is the Knight of Wands. So I feel like you keep going. You keep your creativity. You keep your inspiration. You keep your drive, right? I feel like sometimes you may feel a little scattered or fickle in what it is that you're doing, but you're learning, you're growing, you're cultivating what's inside of you, right? You still have this fire, this drive that's in you that's not going to stop, which is beautiful. Ooh, that's so good. So in how others see you, we have the Lovers, Hawthorne. People see you as an integrated soul. People see you as very balanced and as like the way, you know, people might find you like a soulmate or find you like a very spirited connection. And it's interesting because we have the Six of Earth on top of the Lovers. People feel that you give what you get and you get what you give, right? To them or to others. Your hopes and fears, we have the Two of Water, Mallow. And I feel like with the mallow root, I feel like you want to find someone to call your own. You want to find a deep connection. And I feel like you're moving forward towards a deep connection with someone, okay? So we have 2 soulmate cards here, Two of Water and the Lovers. So I feel like you're on your way. You're still on your journey to find who it is that you want to be with, or who it is that you want to include on your path, right? And you're also fearful that things might not work out, you know, that you might find someone and lose them, okay? But you don't have to fear that, pile number 4. I feel like that's a false fear. That's just like your mind playing tricks on you. And in the outcome position, we have the Ten of Water, Red Clover. I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming into your life because you're creating your happiness by any means necessary. You're not letting others dictate your happiness. You are creating what you want to happen in your life. And you have the inner resilience and the wherewithal to focus on what it is that makes you happy and contented and purposeful, and leave the rest, okay? So let's pull some more cards to conclude your readings. Pile number 4s. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. Advice and predictions for the month of October. Okay, lovely. We have card number 1, Earth Magic. So I feel like you're probably going to spend a lot more time outside, earthing, grounding yourself, okay? You're probably going to have a lot of opportunities come to you on the 3D as well. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Advice and predictions for our pile number 4, Spirit. Advice and predictions for our pile number 4s. Okay, I'm going to take all of these. We have card number 34, opening to discovery. Something that happened in the past is opening you up to discover the truth within yourself, okay? We have card number 33, ears wide open. I feel like you're very alert right now. You're listening to everything. You're really absorbing a lot of knowledge right now, pile number 4s. We have card number 10, close encounters. Ooh, I like that. I've never pulled this card before, so we'll look at the key concepts to this card. And we have card number 14, beautiful uncaging. And look at this. Look, this butterfly is caged, and then it says beautiful uncaging. Yeah, you're being open right now. You're being expanded right now. You're being let out of like your cage, like out of your, what was I saying? I said this a couple readings ago. You're being let out of your shell, okay? You're really finding who you are and creating it. You're not even finding it anymore. You're just creating your own path, and you're open to interpretation. Yeah, so it says card number 10, close encounters, vulnerability as a strength, letting others see your wounds as well as your strengths, setting healthy boundaries. Exactly. Yeah, I think I said that earlier in the reading too. You're just becoming more of who you are. You are really tapping into who you are and who you want to be. You're not playing anyone's game anymore. Pile number 4, you're playing your game. You're creating your own rules in life, and I love this, okay? So with that being said, my lovely dreamy dreamers, I love you so much, pile number 4s. If this reading resonated, if you liked this reading, please give this reading a big thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, my email will be in the description box down below, okay? I love you so much, pile number 4s, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye.